You will overcome. The only way you can fail is if you quit. Never quit. Keep pushing. You will get there in the end. Failure doesn't exist in the mind of champions. All it does is push them to a higher level. Are you a champion?
From dating to relationships, from sex to love, from Christianity to politics, from darkness to light, you have now entered into the Real Zone. Welcome to Conversations with Trent, where no topic of conversation is safe from discussion. Now, here he is, Mr. Epic himself, Trent Williams.
What's going on? What's going on, beautiful people? What's going on? Actually, I got a pleasant surprise that just knocked on the door and popped up on me. Not many can do that. Not many can do that. But I got Pooh Face here. Surprise, surprise, surprise. 3 minutes before the show, and look who pops in. Let's bring Shann in so she can say hi.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on? That's Pooh Face. 3 minutes before.
Who's Pooh? Wait, is that Donna?
Yeah.
Oh, see, we've never met. Hey.
Popped up on me.
All right. Okay. Oh, hey, Richard, welcome. We already got somebody logged on, but hey, Donna, it's nice to finally meet
What's going on,
you.
Richard?
It's on video.
Yes, ma'am.
What's up?
Oh, not much. It's Wednesday.
Wednesday hump day. Is that Richard from Michigan?
Richard McLean.
That's him. What's up, Richie? Rich. What's up, brother? Appreciate you tuning in tonight. Tonight we're talking about give me a reason to be soft with you. I've been having this conversation in depth with a couple of male friends of mine, and wanting their woman to give them a reason.
I don't know that it's ever really good when a bunch of men get together and talk and try to give each other advice. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Tammy. That's my cousin. Thanks for coming on. Welcome back, Wendy.
Appreciate y'all. So give me a reason. Give me a reason to be soft with you. So actually, in a woman's words, actually several women from I've been reading this the Vogue magazine, and you got this whole spill with you guys. The reason why you're so hard to love. This
what?
is in
Wait, what? The reason why who's so hard?
This is from Vogue. I'm gonna read them all. We got a couple of them, but I want to know. Give me a reason to be soft with you.
Oh God, this ought to be good tonight.
Oh, it's gonna be real hot, real hot. Coming in hot, coming in smoke.
Hold on. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need a drink before you do that?
Hey, Mark, welcome, Mr.
What
Marine.
up, Slash?
Make sure we can understand everything you're saying tonight, Mark.
I see you starting with him already. Knock it off.
I'm not. Mark knows it's all love. It's all good.
So give me a reason to be soft with you.
And this was from Vogue.
This is from Vogue. This is ladies in their own words. This is in their own words. So I'm trying, like I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm not going to call his name out, but I'll quote some of his one-liners that he was told. We talked at length about his situation and why he wanted his woman to be a little more soft, to give him a reason for it. The first one, what he started off with, he says, show me the compassion you show your friends.
Okay.
So I said, give me an example. He said, for example, she's always concerned with the friends. The friends going, I don't want to say this because it might hurt her feelings. She might be having a bad day. He said, what about me? What if I'm having a bad day? Give me the compassion that you're giving your friends. Reciprocate what you're asking for. Reciprocate. You want to be romance? Reciprocate that. So what's wrong with a man being romance?
How do men? Okay, keep going. I've got a question.
I got an in-house guest here. She rolling her eyes already. So how you gonna come in here, surprise me, and just?
Because we probably trying to figure out how a man's supposed to be romance. Like, what is it? Like, what do you want? Like, what is it that you want?
Pretty. I don't know. That was his words, not mine. But I mean, men do need romance as well.
Like, as far as
the same thing that you're asking for. Just he gave an example. Right? He said, one day she was coming in from the office, And she came in, he knew she had a rough day by speaking with her throughout the day.
Mm-hmm.
So he had her drink, dinner, everything was on hand. Now he does the cooking. So he's always having dinner, but he went over and above.
Right.
Dinner, drinks, all that stuff. Catered to her, shoes off, slippers at the door, everything. But she don't reciprocate that. Like when he have hard days, babe, can you get me a drink? She knows his day's been rough, but can you do this, babe? Can you? What, babe? You went to grab a glass of wine. Why you didn't get me one? Reciprocate.
I don't know if that's so much romance. Like, I don't think that's romancing. I think that's just being a supportive partner.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't expect you to.
I don't think that you probably have an understanding of what romancing is, then, sir.
Say again now. What'd you say?
I said I don't think that you probably have a really good understanding of what romancing really is, then, because you call that romancing, and that's just really kind of being a supportive partner and in tune with.
I'll be the first to say that I don't do the romance thing.
Okay.
If a man,
you're single, right?
All day, every day.
Yeah.
All day, every day. What's wrong with being single? There's
nothing wrong. There is absolutely nothing wrong with being single if that's what you want to be. Absolutely.
I'm embracing my singleness. That's funny. So he also says that why doesn't she make advances toward him? She wants him to always be the aggressor. He's like, be aggressive.
It's not so much the aggressor, the initiator, I think is the word that you're looking for.
Okay. All right. I hear you.
I'm just saying, I don't think it's so much the aggressor. I think it's probably the initiator is what you're.
And
but you got to remember, you can't have it both ways. You can't want to be the man, right? And then not be and then want to sit back and wait for her to initiate everything and take charge. No.
Here's a dag. He says, if you want sweetness, you got to be sweet.
Okay, that's true. It's a reciprocative process. So
exactly.
That's true. I agree with that.
Exactly. So let's get to some of these Vogue.
Yes, let's hear what the people of Vogue have to say.
Richard said women
and men have different needs. Yes, they do. Richard, hold on, Trent. But Richard, since you said that, please tell us, because as a woman, I would like to know what are some of the needs that men have that we as women may not know or understand that you guys have that we need to really be more in tune with.
Rich. That's my boy out of Michigan.
Good stuff. I'll give him a moment to do that. But before we go, Mark, are you single tonight? There's the question on the floor. There we go. Okay, there we go. Continue, sir.
Okay, gotcha. So let's go. Now these are women, not just folks. These are women from Vogue. Okay, we'll read a couple of them off. Number one, we don't want to compromise our strength, and I'll read in detail. Truly falling in love with another person means we have to allow ourselves to be soft and vulnerable and open.
So is this a man saying this or a woman? I'm sorry.
No, this is a woman. These are women. These are all women in the Vogue magazine. And she also goes on to say that we finally gotten to a place where we're comfortable with our own power and we're supposed to give it up with a question mark.
Okay.
That these are one of the reasons why we don't see the softer side of it, the softer side of you guys. So compromising your strength. I don't see it as you compromise your strength. Why is it so difficult for y'all to be subservient?
Whoa. What?
I'm just asking.
Subservient?
I told you I was coming in hot. Go ahead, answer.
Subservient. So you want somebody to serve you?
Not. Maybe that's a difficult word for y'all.
No, but see, the thing I think that's really what you think. I really believe that's really how you think and what you believe. I really do. I really do. I think you have it in your head that you're this so much of an alpha or omega or whatever man, that women are supposed to fall into that role. And it's not about being subservient. That's
one second.
That's very different from being submissive.
Hey, Michael, I know you're out there listening. He's on his way to the airport to pick his wife up. I know you're out there listening. I told you that was going to be a target word for Shannon, and there you have it.
Subservient. Wow. Mark said, tonight I'm feeling in my feelings like Drizzy. Okay. He says, Charlie Angel, are you singling me out? Yes, because that's always the question we have to ask you, sir. And then Richard said, men want respect and women want love. I think, yes, that
sums it up. Hey, Richard,
women want respect too, because when Mr. Epic throws out a word like subservient, it means you don't respect women.
But you know how I play with words.
I know you're gonna blame it on this condition when it's convenient.
You know my condition and all that stuff.
When it's convenient for you, yes, we understand.
Number 2 from a young lady over at Vogue, Vogue.com. We're used to going at it alone. That's why it's so hard to show them the softer side of things. Once we're happy and comfortable alone, it's very hard to get us back into a world of compromise.
Once we're what? Comfortable being alone?
Once we're happy and comfortable being alone, it's very hard to get us back into the world of compromise. Why would we want to deal with someone else's problems? I say the same thing. Why would I want to deal with someone else's problems?
Don't nobody want to deal with your ass. Like, come on. I mean, that's a given. Ooh. I'm sorry. I digress. That's probably TMI.
Yeah.
Mark said, "Ayo, Mr. Epic, you best duck for all the deflections." There's no deflections. I'm coming straight forward, Mark. I have.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Slide? You know what I'm saying? Number 3, we have a hard time being vulnerable. Now, my question to you and Donna, since we have studio artists,
please chime in.
Why is it so hard being vulnerable? Why is it so hard being soft? Why is it so hard?
I don't have that problem. I don't think I have that problem. But it's probably with most people is because of their past issues, and they bringing their past issues into issues.
Exactly.
That's the reason.
So, I mean, I get that. And I think that for some women, so there's a couple of things when you talked about we're so used to doing things by ourselves or being alone.
Right.
So I've been divorced for 8 years. So I've gotten quite comfortable, or not comfortable, but I'll say I've got quite accustomed to being the leader of my own life, right? Channeling and doing all of that kind of stuff, without any help from a male counterpart. Not that it's comfortable, but you adapt so that you can do what you have to do, especially when you have kids, right? The challenge, I think, and I speak only for myself, and maybe some other women can relate when it comes to being vulnerable. It's because we've dealt with men who have dropped the ball too many times with our hearts, and it's not. So you don't want to necessarily chance being put in that position again, because as much as we have this tough outer exterior, there is still that soft, tender part of everyone.
I get that. So my question being, why open up your dating pool if you're not over the mess and the trauma from years past? Why open up your dating pool? And that question for both of y'all.
I don't think I mean, I don't necessarily, and this is my opinion and perspective only. I don't necessarily feel that that we as humans are meant to be solo or alone, for all of our lives. I feel that, we like having that companionship with someone. So one, everybody may not recognize that they're over stuff. That's that thing where you sometimes forget that everybody's not at the same place that you're at, right? You had several years to go through your stuff. You opened up your dating pool before you were even, you said it was not last week or maybe the week before. You were out there opening up your dating pool before you were even ready, or should have been opening it up, because you were going to traumatize other people.
Oh yeah, I was giving out some serious trauma.
So that's a question. Even you can answer that. Everybody's not on the same path of self-awareness and self-journey and self-improvement and all of that.
I agree.
So it kind of goes there, and some people may have a need or desire to feel that and not realize that they have this trauma.
What I've learned over the years since you brought that up. What I've learned over the years since you brought that
knowledge. I'm sorry. Say that again.
What I've learned over the years since you brought that up.
Mm-hmm.
I learned from my past mistakes that, hey, if I'm not ready, I'm not ready. I'm not gonna inject my issues onto someone else. I did it for a ton of years.
Right.
When I was actually separated, going into divorce, everything. But the moment that I found myself within myself, I gave a ton of those ladies at J. Alexander a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Because I wasn't too far removed from the person I used to be. So I could have caused more havoc, but I was in my self-discovery mode at that point.
Okay, so then so you asked the question. So you think about where you were, and you didn't know it right offhand. It took you years to get to that point.
But for me, it wasn't a thing of dating. I wasn't dating. I was just.
You were doing worse than dating. You were just out there using bodies. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. Let's be honest.
You said
there was a batting average of 600. Your words, not mine. Your number, not mine.
There she goes, bringing up old stuff again.
It's not old, but it's relevant to the conversation.
Yeah.
It is. So Tammy said that the whole thing is, she says it's more of trusting versus soft. Yes, it is. And that's the thing where too many men, I think sometimes there's been the experience where too many men have dropped the ball and you don't trust them with your heart, so to speak, anymore. Hey, Andrew, welcome. And
what up, Drew?
Okay.
That's Drew.
And oh Lord, let's see what Mark says. Hey, Richard, men want sex, women want attention, likes, comfort, security, doors open, elevators held, meals, vacations, spa days, plumbers, mechanics, landscapers, lavish weddings, and last names. And don't forget some good ass pipe.
Hashtag go get it.
So let's start. Like, if you gonna go with all of that, Mark, go with the truth. And yes, we do. And yes, we deserve that. Absolutely.
So my question is, what are you doing?
Hold on, but I do disagree on the attention and the likes and stuff. I'm not a social media whore like that, so I could care less.
What are you doing to reciprocate that? If you want all these things, what are you doing?
For me personally, when I'm into that other person, it's the same thing. The problem is it has not always. I in the past, and I know this about myself, have been too willing to do it for the other person and not get it back in return. So now, well, I'm not going to say now, but now I will say that. Now maybe I'm not as easily giving that up, so to speak, because other people have dropped the ball.
I'm not your ex. So the whole point is, I'm glad you brought that up. We'll go to number 4. This is from Vogue, from your counterparts. We don't trust anyone with our hearts. First, again, why do they keep reaching back? Why do they keep going backwards? Okay, the next man is not him. He's not the guy that hurt you. He's not the guy that injected that trauma into you. He's not the guy that pushed all his issues onto you. This is someone new. Sometimes we have to leave that baggage where it is. I
get that, and you are right, but it's not always that easy sometimes. And I'm sure there have been instances where you probably, after you got divorced, that relationship you were in for 4 or 5 years, where you knew the chick was trying to just get shit from you and wanted to be taken care of, you weren't necessarily opening up your whole heart to her. You were throwing tangible stuff at her, but it wasn't that inner part of you, that most secret, delicate and tender part of you.
Let's be clear that with that relationship, that past relationship, that was a want. I wanted it. That's what I wanted.
You wanted. No. So see, now we got to go back. Because you did not want, when we had that, you and I remember probably a year ago, had a conversation about this, and about that she wasn't bringing anything to the table. Don't talk to me.
I agree, but
what you wanted. That's not what you wanted, because you didn't want somebody.
Meaning, hold on a second. Let me finish my thought. When I say want, it was more things that I was wanting from that situation.
Like what?
The sex was Spectacular.
You couldn't get that. You got a batting average of 600. You couldn't get that somewhere else. There's plenty. Believe me, there's plenty of women with good coochie. There's plenty of women.
It was
So
her for him.
you couldn't get that.
It was her for him.
It was what?
It was her for him. He wanted her. That's it.
Well, you got what you wanted, sir.
Look out, Al. What up, Al? What up, Al?
Hey, Al. So Tammy said we will reciprocate what we're given. That is very true. That is very true. Wendy said you have to love yourself and find yourself before you can openly love someone else. Very true. There. And Mark said, "Oh, why you gotta personalize stuff all the time?"
What did he say? What did he say?
He said Charlie Angel sounds like Disney princess fantasies. What garners women wanting it all from the next man? What do you mean? You have to elaborate on that when you say wanting
hashtag get the dress. I was just messing with him. I'm messing with Mark.
Andrew said, "Please don't bring your scorn to the next person." And General Giant, hey, good evening. What is this sunshine? Like he just said sunshine. I don't know what that means. Are you?
He's talking about poo face.
Oh, he's talking about you. Okay. Yeah, it's not a Disney fantasy. I mean, that's not a Disney fantasy. Nowhere in that's I don't think that that's all a Disney fantasy, because at the end of the day, y'all want somebody who can cook, who can clean, who's gonna be there at the door.
I cook myself. I can do the cooking myself.
Yeah, but you still want somebody to cook sometimes too. And it's not just you. We got to think about other folks too. And you want somebody that's at your beck and call, that as soon as you tap on their shoulder, they rolling over or whatever, and all of that stuff. Like, come on.
So let's go to the male conversation of things that I had offline with these guys.
Okay, well, right now it's 8:24, so let's go ahead and take our break first, and then we'll come back.
Sounds good. We're back, folks.
All right.
Check out the creative work of the author Trent Williams of www.taylorkennedymedia.com. Chapter of the Delta gives us a peek at his life-changing events. And if that's not enough, Trent tells you more about his brothers and his life through memoirs in his book, The Four Horsemen. His blogs and daily stimulating quotes are published in his book, Life's Little Addiction. And when you have a need of some human coaching of life and relationships, take a look at Conversations with Trent, Volume 1 and 2, and Conversations with Trent, Limited Edition. You will find his works available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and all online book retailers.
Welcome back to Conversations with Trent. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're online and want to be a part of tonight's topic, you can do that by dialing 347-324-5327. Press the number 1 to get into the queue so that your voice can be added to tonight's conversation. Now, let's get back to the show.
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry.
Good stuff.
My little sis is here, so sorry.
What up, sis?
What's up?
Can't call him my spoil.
What happened to Pooh Face? What you do to
She
her?
like it.
Oh, okay. Mark talking about thank you for the sweatshirt. It fits perfectly. I still ain't got a sweatshirt. That's why you ain't getting no cookies.
Oh, I'm not getting no cookies?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Mark came by and grabbed this sweatshirt. He came by and grabbed it.
Well, I can't come by, but guess what? I stuck several boxes of cookies in the mail.
You know what? You did.
So I'm just saying.
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
You gotta get Shann a sweatshirt.
I'm gonna get
you gotta get
Pooh Face with the pressure.
Put it on him.
Pooh Face with the pressure. Oh, good. So you were saying, Shannon, you were saying before break? You were saying before break?
No, you said you had something about the male counterparts to.
Oh yeah, these one-liners from these brothers, and it started off. They act like men are accessories. Home should be an escape from the world.
Wait, say that again.
Home should be an escape from the world.
So this is what men are saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wants his woman to be softer at home. Men want to be thought about too. Make advances toward me. You want sweetness, then have to be sweet.
Okay.
Again, you want sweetness, so you have to be sweet. Can't come out here like a tart tasting lemon. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Women want what they're not willing to give. Again, women want what they're not willing to give. My favorite, why being subservient to your man is difficult.
Why are we using that word?
Why are you using that word?
That's because what? Now that word is in the Bible.
Ashley,
right?
Ashley, what do you think about? Do you think that women should be subservient to men?
To a certain extent, as long as they're paying for everything.
Oh, she said as long as you paying for everything and doing everything.
That's what I'm talking about. At least she was
Y'all
honest.
not doing that. Y'all not doing that.
She was honest.
I mean, but that's her. That's her mind. We talking about you, his servant. You gonna be his servant?
No.
Not submissive, subservient, like under. Subservient is different than submissive.
But that's the Bible. Is it that word is in the Bible? Isn't it?
I don't think submissive. Thank you, Tammy. Not just women. It's subservient. Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm about to do a kisa right now.
Please do.
Let me get the
Hey,
actual
Mike,
definition.
you're walking into the trap, Mike. She walking into the trap. Please
I'm
do.
not walking into the trap.
Please do.
I'm not walking into the trap.
You know I'm nice with that Bible.
Prepared. So subservient means prepared to obey others unquestioningly. Hell no.
You should. If you married him and you trust him, you should do.
I need you to go home. It's
No,
time
no,
for
you don't know. Stay, sis. I need you to stay,
for you to
sis.
go home. You
We
ain't
can
even
stay.
married yet.
So I'm not gonna marry anybody that I don't.
You want to obey him without any question.
I am going to trust his judgment without any question. Yes.
No, it's not just judgment.
Like you the word obey.
You know what? It's time for her to go home. It's time for her to go. Girl, I can't see. I thought you had both. You know what?
What's wrong with her thinking that way though?
She's
What's
like,
wrong
I
with
got a
that?
lot of sense. I'm getting it. I got the ring. She like Suge Avery. I'm mad now.
Okay, let him submit to me.
Okay, so submissive. We're gonna go to submissive now.
Submissive. Go to submissive.
We're
But the whole thing is, why is it so difficult to allow your man to take the lead?
It's not difficult, but I'm not gonna sit there and like.
I'm glad you said that, Poolface. She said he's supposed to lead. Okay, so if I'm leading, why are you questioning me?
I'm not saying I'm questioning, but I don't know where those men finding those women at that you.
Okay, so
we can follow. That's not the case. I don't know where the men.
But you know what, Mr. Epic?
What?
It don't sound like any of the folks that you had was submissive because you ain't with their asses no more.
Then she go bring the whole stuff against Slash.
So it means ready to conform to the authority or will of others.
Tammy said, go on,
meekly obedient or passive.
That sounds like the same thing.
Look, Tammy said, that's our cousin Ashley. She said, go home, Ashley. That's right. Tammy said we need to be equally yoked. Yes, if we are equally yoked in that aspect, yes. But subservient, no, I don't like that.
If you're equally yoked, then you can be subservient to him.
So the question is, here's the question. Can you reciprocate what you're asking for? That's the whole question.
Oh, Lord, you done got Ashley in this. She said next week she coming on the podcast.
Hey, tell her she's welcome to come on anytime. Anytime.
All right, yeah, thanks. See you later. Love you too. Bye.
That's what I'm talking about. See, again, my whole point. There are some women out here that don't think like the average woman. There are some women that will go along with that. There are some women that will give them the softer side.
I have never been someone who was not willing to be submissive, but you have to be someone who's worthy of me being submissive too, right? So when I look back, I was submissive as a wife when I was married, but I was always the person having to make decisions and shit. Like, I don't want to have to do all that. Like, I was having to do some stuff that I didn't want to do as a woman. If you want me to be softer, or if you want a woman, I would say, to be softer and to be submissive or subservient or whatever the word it is, then you have to create that environment. You are responsible as the man for creating the environment for a woman to do that. That means you're not adding to the stress and the chaos in her life at this point in time. You're creating. Hold on. You want somebody to be submissive and subservient. So stop with the vice versa right now. You have to create that environment as the man. You have to be the protector. You have to create a sense of security in meaning financially, as well as emotionally, and as well as physically. And spiritually. You have to provide those things. Exactly. Every man right now is not a lot of these men are not coming and bringing that to the table. So no, women are not going to, because we don't trust that you can handle our hearts.
So
hold on. Unfortunately, there have been experiences where if you've been stomped on, and even as a man, if you have been stomped on, used, abused, or experienced trauma over a certain period of time, unfortunately, if it's not completely addressed, and probably a very high percentage of us have not addressed all of our trauma, then you are going to be guarded to a certain extent. And until that other person proves themselves worthy of you doing that, you're not going to just walk in there all blissfully with blinders on and roses in your eyes and say, here, whatever you want to do.
Well, I say if you're still dealing with after effect from past relationships, don't open up the dating pool. Do not
You say that, but everybody does. There are people that don't even know they're going through trauma or that they've experienced trauma. You have the benefit of being someone who knows that, whose mind is open to that. You've gone and you've dealt with it, right? Everybody doesn't have that. Everybody does not have that knowledge that they even know. There are people that are walking around here hurting other people, hurting themselves, being toxic. They don't even realize it. Because they don't have the tools nor the resources for somebody coming there saying that you need to deal with this. Some people have dealt with trauma and feel like it's normal. Oh, I thought dysfunction and it's normal. Oh, my mom and daddy did that. That's normal to me. So you can't judge people off of that. And you also have to remember you were not always all the way healed, so to speak, when you were out there getting your batting average of 600, sir.
Let's get to these comments and not get on me, please. Thank you.
But I'm just saying, because I'm gonna call you out when you always be trying to be judgmental and hypocritical, and you forget that you did your shit too, and you went through some shit and caused
Did a whole bunch. I'm glad you said that. Chapter
I'm just saying, sometimes you forget that.
Can you pass me that book, please?
So Mark said, "What do men
Hold on a
want?"
second. Let me get this infomercial. Let me get this infomercial. Chapter of the Delta, available everywhere. Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Amazon, Prime it is.
Yes.
All books are sold worldwide. Find out about Romello and all of his ongoings and whatnot.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't even think that you really I'm still waiting on the 4 Horsemen a year later, but I'm just saying.
What do you mean?
Dude, you got books sitting there that you could just walk your butt over there and pull one out the box and send it. Like,
first of all, with the condition, I have to be reminded of certain.
Oh my God, this BS condition that is so convenient for you, sir. Come on. Don't be trying to act cute in front of Donna just because Pooh-Face here. Don't be trying, because I am not holding back. You wanted me to come on tonight?
I'm gonna get the book in the mail for you. I have Brandon.
So hold on. Mark said men want reciprocity. The long list is for wives. What? Men are hunters and gatherers, bringing home the turkey or the bacon, getting asked to fry it up, knowing our roles, fighting the world. Let me tell you, I'm one of those women or one of those chicks. I know how to cook. And I was just talking to somebody, and I really hate it for a lot of these young ladies today that don't know how to cook. But I had grandparents who were from Louisiana. My daddy sent me to spend the summer with them. And my grandmother believed in cooking 3 hot meals a day. So my dad always said that was the best investment he ever made, was sending me to stay with my grandparents for a summer and learning all this. So I don't know who you dealing with again, Mark, but maybe that's why you happily or single or in your feelings singular tonight. I don't know. Tammy, yes, you're right. Ashley's a happily fiance. She has not really gotten there to the marriage part. It's different when you're in it as a married couple. Very much. So Mark said, trying to keep the man's foot off the back of our necks, wanting to come home to his castle peace. Not her draped up in a mood with a bonnet, watching Unreal Hate and rap or fake house.
Hashtag reality star.
Yeah. So you know what? That again speaks to the type of, see, I'm just a different breed. I ain't gonna look like that anyway, because I don't wear moo-moos and stuff like that. You better be going, if you need to be going, you go to a door, they got plenty of stuff, it's very affordable, or go to Victoria's Secrets. I'm not a moo-moo type of child. Now, I do believe that in peace. I do believe that you have, as a woman, it is our for me, it's my responsibility to create peace in the home. Right? Not be when I know he's been out there and he's been stressed all day and he comes home and then just start going in on him. Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Right. So what did Medea say? The 2 places you should have peace is in your home and in the grave.
Exactly.
So
my whole point is, and all jokes aside, finding the softer side, finding ways to get to the softer side. And the only way we can do that is through communication.
So when you get that communication and you fail to act on it, then what?
I mean, you're talking to me personally?
I'm just saying in general, like
if a person's not, they get the communication and whatnot, and you're still not doing it, they just don't want to be in a relationship.
Okay.
They don't want to be in a relationship. Or they good with the relationship and where it is and let it continue to progress naturally with a natural flow. But it takes time, man. All this, relationships take time, man.
They do. They take time and
patience and understanding. So you have to have, so with some of these women, you have to have the patience of Job.
And men too.
Yeah, thank you. Hello.
You're right. I mean, I know I'm a handful. I know I'm a complete handful. And I'll be the first one to admit it. I'm very complex.
So if you're admitting that and you know that about yourself, what are you doing to take away some of that complexity and being such a handful?
Continue to use my chisel on me. I'm using remember we spoke about the personal chisel. You bring your chisel to the relationship.
So how long should you have to wait? So how long does this chisel, like, take?
Whenever the breakthrough is breakthrough. I mean, you don't put a time limit on a breakthrough.
Okay.
In my opinion, you don't. In my professional opinion, you don't put a time limit on a breakthrough. That's for male or female.
Gotcha.
When you're doing the work, that's progress. As long as it's progress is taking place. As long as there's progress. As long as you're actually taking responsibility, personal responsibility. I mean, come on, let's just be honest. You're gonna bump heads in relationships. But the thing is, are you willing to admit where you take the full responsibility of the toxic you bring to the party? You see what I'm saying?
That I like being responsible or accountable for the toxic that you bring. Yeah.
I'll be the first to say if I've been on several occasions, hey Trent, you know I was messed up what you said. I said, you know what, girl, you're right. It's on me. That's me. That's me. Sometimes they can't take.
Who is this Trent?
What are you talking?
The Trent some of us don't know.
Wait, what?
You're not as hard as you think.
I got a softer side to me. I'm very soft.
It's not about being soft. It's about that whole thing where you just like you willing to like take some accountability and responsibility and recognizing your sugar honey iced tea. That's all I'm saying.
There it is.
Okay. Maybe I'll meet this person someday.
Maybe. You do that, you might get the books in the sweatshirts.
Okay, well, guess what? You'll still be trying to shake empty boxes to see if there's leftover cookies from 7 months ago.
You see all those boxes? You got boxes everywhere. So,
he got talking about he was going through there shaking boxes trying to see.
Maybe
he left one.
Maybe I left one in there. Good cookies, man. Good cookies. Real good cookies.
And no, Mark, I am not speaking for all women. I never speak for all. I speak for myself, or maybe or I'll say, a percentage or whatever. Yep, Tammy, it is about taking the high road.
Absolutely.
So Mark is in there tonight. He says, so I'm assuming this is the definition of soft, meaning easy to mold, cut, compress, or fold, not hard or firm to the touch, having a pleasing quality involving a subtle effect or contrast rather than sharp definition.
Hashtag that's the type of woman I want.
Thank you, hashtag Webster Dictionary.
Good stuff. So yeah, man. So I said,
when you guys talk about the softer side, in all seriousness, I really feel, at least in my experience, you have to create that environment for a woman to be soft. It's no longer the 1930s, 40s, or 50s where women weren't having to go out there and, there's 2 income households at this point in time. Women are out there working. We're not just, having children and taking care of the household. We're working and doing and having children and taking care of the household. So it's a lot. It truly is. And I mean, there's a lot that comes along with that. And, I've even mentioned it before on shows before. There's mom guilt when you're out there trying to chase your career or move up the corporate ladder and you've got kids at home, and moving up the corporate ladder means that you got to spend a lot of time away from your family.
Great.
So there was a lot of guilt from me as a woman and as a mother, with that. So you have to create that environment. I probably, when in my career, I've always been the person, I've been in leadership and management roles. My thing was I have to go out and I have to make decisions for 10 to 12 hours a day. I have to manage people. I have to tell people what to do. When I came home, all I wanted was for the environment to be set where I could just be like calm, where I could be peaceful.
And this is where
that was not always something that was provided to bring out that side of me.
I get that. And this is where communication again supersedes everything. And it's not a one-sided thing. Relationships go both ways. You both have to be the soft place to land for that individual. Both parties, not one, both. So it works both ways, man. Be my soft place to land while I be your soft place to land.
Yeah, I don't think there's any dispute. You're not going to get any dispute about that from me. You know, I definitely think it's a reciprocative process. However, you brought up the stuff about being subservient.
That was
And
target words.
I don't think
told
that
Michael earlier.
hold on.
I
I
told
just don't
Michael,
think that in our culture today or in this day and age, you're gonna get a lot of
I
women
get
who
that. And as a subservient, when I was using that word, I was using that as a target word for you because I knew I was going to get something out of it. That's all it was.
oh, congratulations.
And it actually worked.
So Mark says, so is the topic about women being soft or feminine? Well, let's see. So feminine means having qualities or an appearance traditionally associated with women, relating to women.
As far as soft, like give me a reason to be soft with you. I'm speaking it from a male's perspective. So go ahead.
No, I'm just trying because actually that actually brings up a really good point when he brings up being soft versus being feminine. So what is being feminine actually mean? And it's kind of like how now even at a higher level we're different subject, but we're even talking about what does marriage really mean, right? What is being married? What does marriage mean? What is a woman? Remember that was one of the questions they asked the Supreme Court nominee. You know, how do you define a woman? Like now we're getting into these things where how do we define what being feminine actually is?
Yeah.
We know what soft is, but that is a very good question.
Well, to break it down in layman terms, where I'm coming from with that topic, that title, is for me personally. What I want my woman to bring her own chisel. I already have my chisel, and I'm willing to work on me, continue to work on me. Bring your chisel as well, so we can work on one another.
Mm-hmm.
So let's chisel out to the softer sides. That's my whole point. Togetherness. It doesn't have to be a man versus a woman. You're not gonna win. Nobody's gonna win. That's like a blog I wrote years ago. The profoundness of 12 simple words. Do you want to be right or do you want to win? Period.
Okay.
Period. So it shouldn't have to be a tug of war. That's my whole point.
That's true. I believe that too.
I want the softer side of a woman. I don't want all the alpha female. Yeah, that's fine. That turns me on. I prefer alpha female. That turns me completely on.
Mm-hmm.
That means the hunt is going to be a little greater.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So, but the softer side, every lioness is very soft when you think about it. Every lioness is soft, but that man has to inject that into her. You make her feel soft, she's definitely going to be soft for you.
Setting the environment. So Richard said, when is you coming back to the yak? What does that mean?
Pontiac. Soon, brother. As soon as I can travel, man. I can't travel by plane, but I can get there like
is that Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan. I used to live in Michigan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He also says you're going to get a lot of people say a relationship is 50-50. I don't believe that. I think it's 100-100. We did a show about that before too, I think, where it was we talked about percentages or something like that in relationships. We might need to bring that back again.
Hey,
so Mark said, wait, what? Like Drizzy Drake, Will and Russell Wilson? No.
Hey, I'm glad he brought that one up as well.
Oh God.
And no, he's not. I know exactly where he's going with that. So he's not actually knocking down, or he's not knocking them at all. That we were talking about. Actually sent me a couple of Instagram posts where this guy was talking about Russell, the football player.
Wilson.
He was whack. He was lame and all that stuff. And the way he was saying, he was comparing him to Future. Come on, man. There's no comparison. There's no comparison to this guy. To be honest with you, the biggest Mac of them all is Russell. He got the prize. He got the prize. So what he lame because he taking care of his kids and someone else's kid?
Yeah, someone else's kid. Let's be clear on that.
Because definitely Russell is the father.
Ain't nothing to thinking Future is anything when he got all these different babies and different baby mamas.
Exactly. So Russell got the prize. So I don't see where he's lame at all with that.
I don't either.
I don't see where he's lame at all. I totally disagree with that.
So Mark said, so Mr. Epic, are you jumping the broom with that described woman?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Nah,
nah. Yes, do tell. What's going on?
Nah, I'm not jumping. No, I'm not doing.
What woman?
He's the woman. I guess the woman that I'm describing. Yeah, no. Ladies and gentlemen, there's no marriage going on over here.
He's not getting married.
Well, you and Mark will be the best of friends in the old folks' home together.
In the old folks' home. But I mean, you can still be in I'll stand on this 10 toes down. I love you and date you for a lifetime, but I don't have to marry you.
Okay.
We could be happy together. Extremely happy. Who said that I have to sign a
They live in their home, you live in your home, or y'all live under the same roof?
She can come over and hang out 4 months at a time. 4, 5 months at a time. We could do this. We could do this. That's like Frankie, right? Frankie got married. This is Frank's 4th marriage.
Okay.
I told Frank, I said, hey Frank, make this your last one. We're not going no more. Make this the last one, brother. So he definitely believe in love. Frank loves to be married.
Oh.
He loves to be married. Yeah, so because he tell folks all the time, he said, man, yeah, my brother Trent gave me the game. I'm like, not that game though. Not that one.
You did it twice.
Twice. I bumped my head once though. So you can't count the first one. She know too much.
Oh yes, we need her on the show more often.
Yes.
She know too much.
The gentle giant, I think, is wearing some pink panties, and he don't never want to tell the truth. So, yeah.
No, the gentle giant just don't break the horseman code. That's all. He don't.
Whatever. Oh well, he was based on that little thing we did, the biggest freak. Yeah. So.
That's funny.
Yeah, he was.
This was a good one tonight, man. It's a real good one. Actually, a pleasant surprise from Pooh Face. I'm like, okay, so who's knocking at this door? Because I don't get company like that. Like, wait a minute.
So wait, where did the name Pooh Face come from?
Something I came up with. Because she reminds me of
Winnie. Stop. You gonna say?
You want me to
say? All right, go ahead on this. Tell them.
She reminds me. It's like Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yes, that's because my nickname used to be Pooh Bear.
Really?
Yes.
So she's a very, very dear friend. Very dear. Just one of my best friends, man. Real talk. She's always been the same. Always the same. Very supportive. She's always the same.
We need people like that in our lives. So
yeah, we do. And young ladies out there, do not try this at home. Do not knock on my door thinking that you're gonna get in. She's probably the only woman that could do that. Knock on the door, surprise. Like, no, I'll be looking through the camera like, wait, I don't know if I want to answer this.
Oh, you know what? I think I might do that.
Go ahead, Shane. You gonna open the door for you too.
I'm always up for a challenge. You ain't gonna tell me what I can't do.
He gonna open the door, Shane. He gonna open it.
He gonna be scared that Eaglewood Compton gonna come. Like, oh, hold on.
That's funny. This is a good one tonight, even though we were back and forth about the top, but it turned out to be a good one, real good one. It's nice.
Lord, I can't believe you got my sister up here talking and somebody she gonna come on this. Lord help us all. You thought I was something?
I think we should have her on one time.
Oh, she's probably like 20.
Hey, did you hear Pooh? She said she spoke the truth. She did. She spoke her truth. She told the truth. That's real talk.
She spoke her truth.
Yes.
Her truth. But you got me. You just keep on living.
But there are women out there that really think like that. So both sides need to be told.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And as long as the environment is being set, because remember, there was a clause to that, right? There was like, I'll do this, but you got to be doing that. And that's exactly how she is.
Right.
I.e. communication, back and forth. The relationship goes two-way street, not just one-way street.
Yeah.
So I'm agreeing with her.
Okay.
I'm agreeing with her.
Lord help us if she really comes on. Ooh.
It's all good.
Yeah, she about Torrance times about 20.
What?
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
You thought I didn't have a filter? No filter. Man, I love it dearly.
Maybe I should have both of them on at the same time.
Oh my God, yes. Thank you, Tammy. That was her truth. Tammy said that is her truth. That completely is accurately true. That is accurate. It was her truth. And I think it's great. So I'm looking forward to her being a married woman come later on this year.
So what's Slash city? Oh, he's talking about it. Okay.
We don't care about what Slash says, Mark.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Do that.
No, we do. Thank you, Mark. We appreciate you, sir, for being on here and keeping Mr. Epic on his toes. And you be thinking you trying me. You try it every now and then, but
yeah, whatever.
All so right. Johnny, it was so nice to meet you.
Yes, ma'am.
I've heard so much about you. Yeah, but I definitely want you to come back on. So we need to hear some stuff.
Let me tell you, first of all, before you think you're gonna get the goods on her, she's the unofficial fifth horseman.
Let me tell you a little something about women. Okay. There's an unspoken bond when you all got vaginas in the game.
Okay. I got a rider right here, though. That's
okay.
I got a rider right here.
It ain't like shit. Let me tell you, like, come on, you wrote about all the crap anyway. You don't want to decide to go out there and publish it for the world to see. So really, and then you be trying to come on here acting like I'm just out here telling your business, but you put it out there and made money off of it, and you're continuing to make money off of it, sir. So I think really I should get a cut because I really started putting this book out there.
Well, you got to see Kennedy on that one because Chapter the Delta, all that stuff.
Yeah, but either way, I was talking about it over a year ago because remember, I sat down and I read it straight through within like 90 minutes.
That was a resurgence in sales. Kennedy thinks.
Yeah, exactly. So I want my cut, sir. I just want to say that. I want my cut.
Well, Kennedy will be here next week, so I'll see if I get her to negotiate with you.
Oh my gosh, you gonna have your daughter there?
Yeah, she's coming.
Oh my God, help!
I haven't physically seen my daughter. I mean, we FaceTime all the time.
Yeah.
But since this pandemic thing, so yeah, she's flying into next week.
Oh, that's oh my God, that's good. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in dad mode. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, wait, teenage dad mode too. Oh, that's even different.
Yeah, she's 17.
Yeah, so I just have it. Mine just turned 18, my oldest one, and then we had her boyfriend here.
Well, I'm not having no boyfriends over. That's some bullshit.
Well, I mean,
that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen.
I mean, but don't nobody. Let me tell you something. People I don't know how you got this following. I really don't, because if people really knew how difficult you are, I don't even know if they would really
love me, man. People love me.
I don't know if they'd really like you like that, though.
You know what? I write about that a lot. Over the years, I have. Like one day you'll love me, the next day you'll hate me. I done got removed and unfollowed a ton of time, especially on IG.
Because
I got like 15,000 people over there. I get dropped off like every other day. Depends on what I'm writing. So.
Yeah, I'll be trying to leave the studio plenty of times on your ass.
That's true. But I will say to get to know me, they'll love me like good cooked food. Because I come from a genuine place.
All right, last comments. Tammy, I'm so glad you logged on. Thank you. I appreciate your support.
Appreciate you, Tammy. Thank you so much.
And Mark said, was that your sister, my future friend? She's not your future nothing, boo-boo. She's engaged.
What up, Slash?
Get it twisted, Mark. Don't let this cute face fool you. I tell people that all the time. They be like, "Oh, you because you cute or whatever."
Well, Shannon, technically, that's none of your business.
It's all my business. It's all my business. It's all my business.
There's nothing like a Southern gentleman. I tell you that.
I am the eldest child remaining here.
There's nothing like a Southern gentleman. I tell you that, especially from New Orleans.
What? Bye. And on that note, we need to log out.
Until Sunday, guys. You guys be epic.
All right. Good night. Good night, Speedy. You done. I hope to see you again
Yes,
soon.
ma'am.
Conversations with Trent in conjunction with Taylor Kennedy Media and your radio network would like to thank you for calling in and listening to tonight's episode. We hope that tonight's conversation offended you just enough to turn your mirror inward to come back for more. So until next week's conversation, be epic.